Good morning, my friends. We are another week down and it is Wednesday, so stay tuned to see how I did on the scale, and we are going to talk about the 5 cues of eating mindfully. As always, we are going to start with how I did on the scale. If you remember last week, I did not weigh in and have it on my video because I had to film a day before because we were heading down to Maryland to pick Adam up. Well, last week I lost 0.4. Quite happy with that. Loss is a loss. And this week, I wasn't quite sure what was going to happen because we've taken a few liberties with Adam home. Just had a lot of his favorites and had some snacky food at times, which will bring us right into this week's topic. But got on the scale this morning and was pleasantly surprised and was down 0.4 again. Works for me, my friends. I will take it. So 0.4 last week, 0.4 this week. See what happens next week? I don't know. But we are going to roll right into the weekly topic. And the weekly topic is 5 cues to help you eat more mindfully. This should be interesting. I'm going to take a sip of my tea and we're going to put it down. We are waiting for babies to come, so we don't have a whole lot of time. It says, have you ever eaten something just because it was, well, there? Yeah, every day of my life. It's normal. Next time, stop and ask yourself the 5 S's first. Let us explain. Try this. Do you only want food because you can see it or smell it? Oh, that's huge. You see something, it looks so good. What do they always say, friends? We eat with our eyes first. If something looks good, we want it. And have you ever seen something, let's say like a pastry in a bakery, and oh my goodness, it looks so delicious. It looks so good. You get it, you take a bite and it's dry, it's flavorless, it's not even good. It happens. And that's when we need the strength to throw it away and not even eat it. But then we feel bad because we spent the money on it, all that fun stuff. But we eat with our eyes first. So sometimes we just want something because we see it or we smell it. Do you only want food because of the situation you're in? That was me this week. Yep. Sitting and playing games with the family, oh, we want some cheese and crackers. Oh, we want some popcorn. Oh, we want this. Oh, we want that. Just because of the situation we're in. Like I associate family game time with popcorn, or, family game time with iced tea, or I don't know, something, but I associate family game time with snacks. I just do. And most of the nights we were good about not doing it. The one night we did have popcorn, but most of the nights we were good about it because we played right after dinner and we were already full. But 100%, I am a situational eater. Or do you only want food because of how it sounds? And that could go 2 ways. The sound of bacon sizzling on the stove, something like that, or just the sound of, wow, that sounds good. How many times has someone said, oh, I had a hoagie for dinner, and you're like, wow, that sounds good. And then that puts it in your head that you want a hoagie. Or, oh man, I had an apple Danish for breakfast. Oh, that sounds good. We're very easily swayed. We are very easily swayed. At least I am. And, oh, here's the big one. Do you only want this food because you think it's special? I'm guilty, my friends. I am guilty on all, sorry, the cat's shaking the tripod. I am guilty on all levels with all of these. I always say, like when we go out to Lancaster, oh, I'm going to get X because I can only get it in Lancaster. And that is fine. That is 100% fine when we have those special foods, when we go somewhere and we can only get them at a certain place. You just have to know your limits and you have to eat it mindfully. Honestly, like our big thing when we used to go to Lancaster was getting an Amish donut at the Amish market. Well, now we have an Amish market right down the street from me. And we had donuts from the Amish market a couple weeks ago for Pinochle. And I gotta tell you, they're getting kind of chintzy. They used to be so good and so full of the fillings and everything. Like that made it special. Last time we had them, I was not impressed. Now, there is a bakery about 25 minutes from me who make the best cream-filled donuts in the entire world. That is special. So now, like, I don't even want an Amish donut, honestly. And like when we go out to Lancaster, there's nothing super special out there anymore that I feel I need to eat. Now, if I go down the shore, it's a different story because our favorite pizza of all time is down there. Johnson's popcorn is down there. There's so many special treats at the Jersey Shore. So what do? You pick and choose is what you do. You pick and choose. You get a small or an extra small or something like that. There's ways to do it. Let me see what they say next and then we'll go over those ways to do it. So let's dive a little deeper. If you answered yes to any of these questions, take a minute to think about what's actually driving you to reach for the food. Then if it doesn't fit into your daily budget and it isn't something that you will truly enjoy, meaning it's not worth adjusting your plans for, try these ideas for what to do next. If the food is right there, it's science. Seeing or smelling a certain food can make you want it more. So what they say to do is try to walk away or focus on something else. Putting actual physical space or even mental space between you and a food can lessen the craving. That is 100% true. I know a couple times, especially on Wednesdays, it is baking day with the babies. And I know, like, sometimes it's really hard. Like, I'm just gonna pull chocolate chip cookies out of thin air. Let's say we're making chocolate chip cookies. I have had a chocolate chip cookie before. I know what they taste like. They're delicious, yes. But do I really need that right then? Can I fit in one cookie? Absolutely I can, but I can't fit in 10. And that's what you have to remind yourself. And I will have one cookie, but then those cookies get bagged up, put in backpacks, ready to go home with the babies. Or if I'm keeping some here, like I'll keep maybe a half dozen here for Doug and the boys. They will go in a container on the very top shelf and I'll put I'll text Doug and say, remind me that I have cookies for you. Out of sight, out of mind. And it truly does work. Does it work all the time? No, because sometimes our desire is stronger, but you can at least try. Don't say, well, it's not gonna work, so I'm not gonna bother. Or, I'm just gonna pull it out of the freezer. Try, because you're gonna have to go through extra steps to get it. And sometimes while we're going through those extra steps, you may have that moment of strength and not weakness and say, whoa, stop, wait a minute. What am I doing here? Is this truly the best thing for my health journey? Or say to yourself, you know what? I really, really want it, but I'm gonna wait a half hour. And I'm gonna see where I'm at in a half an hour. If in a half an hour you are ready to rip the cabinet doors off the hinges because you have to have it, that's one thing. In a half an hour, if you're like, yeah, I kind of still want it, but let me give it another half hour and see how I feel then. Sometimes we can talk ourselves out of eating it. I'm not saying to do that all the time because everybody has a treat now and then. We do, and we need to. But we need to control it. So it says, if the food is part of the experience, like popcorn at the movies, the pull can be automatic. You get used to things going together. 100%. And I'm going to tell you right now, if I'm going to the movies with Doug, we're getting popcorn. I can tell you that 100%. Why? Well, we only go to the movies about twice a year. And we generally don't go on a whim, so we know we're going, and I can plan for it. And I'm sorry, there is nothing like movie popcorn. So I plan for it. Now, if I go with a girlfriend, we generally don't get popcorn. It's so funny how we tend to eat different things with different people. But it says, pause and ask yourself, would I really want to eat this if I was at home doing nothing? I kind of don't agree with this one because I'm not going to want it if I'm at home doing nothing, because it is part of the experience. And sometimes we need to have that whole experience. Just like I said about going down to the shore. If I'm sitting home, I'm not going to make caramel popcorn. That's what Johnson's popcorn is. But if I'm on the boardwalk, Johnson's popcorn is the best. And I'm not going to get the extra large tub. I'm going to get the small individual bag and share it with Doug because it's part of the experience. Now, if we go down the shore weekly, I'm not getting it every week. I will say to myself, you know what? When we go down that third Monday in July, that's when we'll get the Johnsons. That's going to be our special Johnson's Day. If you have something to look forward to, if you know it's coming, it makes it so much easier. We don't need it all the time. And then it says, if the food feels special. It's normal to want to treat yourself. Think limited edition flavors, childhood favorites, or other foods that you deem important. There's definitely something to say about that. I have a couple special dishes that I make, and it's not necessarily junk food or anything. It's like a dinner. Like, I make the chicken pot pie, and for us, chicken pot pie is like the chicken. Some people call it chicken and dumplings. Some people call it chicken and noodles. It's the Amish pulled chicken with the flat homemade noodles. It is very high in calories and points, but we have it maybe twice a year. I know we're gonna have it. It's not a whim dish because it takes me hours to make it. And I just know, and I fit it in. I'm not gonna let something special just go away because I'm on a health journey. I'm just going to plan for it and make it even more special by only having it a couple times a year. You look forward to it more, you enjoy it more. 100% you do. If I made it every week or every month, it becomes less special. And that's what I always talk about, the treats. Especially being on a WW journey or a calorie journey or a keto journey or whatever journey you are on. We don't have to have snacks and treats every single day. Especially the same thing every day, because the more you have it, the less special it becomes, and the more you're looking for something else, the more you're craving something else. It just stops satisfying because it stops being special. And I can easily see how that could happen. We bought some popsicles at Costco. They are the Johnny Pop organic watermelon popsicles. They are absolutely delicious. I'm not sure how many points they are. I know they're 60 calories. Totally clean ingredients, absolutely delicious. And I think it was like the second night we had them, we had one. They were delicious. The next night we had another one. It was delicious. And the third night, Doug's like, you want a popsicle? I'm like, you know what? I don't. I enjoyed it so much the first 2 nights. If I have it again, it's just going to become routine. I said, I really, really don't. And then we sort of forgot about them until we opened the downstairs freezer. And it was about a week and we had another one. And Doug's like, oh, wow, that was so good. He said, and you were so right. He said, if we kept eating them, they weren't going to be special. And then you just look for more. Like maybe we would have started having 2 or 3 or whatever. It just wouldn't have been as special. So definitely have your special foods Just keep them special. Keep them special. And then it says, if food sounds good, it sends a signal. Eat this. It's so delicious. For example, menu descriptions with the words like buttery, creamy, or decadent. They say, read the item again, skipping the adjectives, and decide how the plain old dish sounds to you. I can see that. I can see how that, yes, because what sounds better? Creamy, buttery butternut squash casserole or butternut squash? The first one. We can definitely use words to trick us into wanting more, to things sounding better. Now, buttery and decadent and gooey are definitely going to be better. And there is a place for those, just not all the time. If I ate everything that sounded good to me, I would weigh 500 pounds because I love food and it all sounds good to me. But we have to stop and think and remember, just because it sounds good, it may not even be good. Like, you know, back to the whole beautiful pastry in the bakery showcase. I have had stuff that looked so good and it wasn't. It was not good. I've like taken one bite and got rid of stuff because it was not calorie worthy. It was not point worthy. It was not worth fitting it in because it wasn't good. Same thing with the way things sound or smell. We have to discern. And if we do decide we're going to have something and we don't care for it, you don't have to eat it. And let me say that again for the people in the back. You don't have to eat it. Don't worry about hurting someone's feelings. Don't worry about, wasting money. There are so many more things more important than that, and that is your health. I get that, okay, let's say your daughter-in-law makes a cake. Everybody's having a piece. You cut a nice small piece for yourself. We call them a diet slice. You take a bite and you realize, you know what? It's not even worth it. It's really not that good. I really don't care for it, whatever. But you don't want to hurt your daughter-in-law's feelings. What do? You eat a bite or two, and then maybe start doing something else. Maybe get up from the table and start clearing dishes, or maybe if there's kids around, like start helping the kids with their dessert or something. Like I always look for like a deflection if I don't want to finish what's on my plate, because I don't want the person to feel bad. Or maybe I'll just kind of cut it up a little bit and spread it around to make it look like I ate a bunch of it. Or I'll have a couple bites and say, oh, I am so full, I can't even finish this. Is it a little deceptive? Probably. But don't we all do a few things to save other people's feelings? I mean, I am not going to take a bite and say, this isn't really worth like going over my calories for the day, so I'm not going to eat it. I would rather say, I am so full from that delicious dinner that you made, I can't even finish this. Can I take it home with me? There are so many ways of getting around hurting people's feelings and things like that. So you just have to have a little arsenal, because sometimes we can't think fast on our feet. Have a little arsenal. And honestly, if it's a close relative, they know you're on a health journey and they won't question you. They really won't. So do what's best for you, but really, really think things through. Think about it before you react. Think about how important that food is to you versus how important your health journey is to you. What is more important at that time? Friends, sometime the food is going to win. 100% that food is going to win once in a while. But that's the key, once in a while. You can't let it win every single time. Yes, I know we can start every day fresh. I know we can. But if you start every single day fresh, you're never going to get ahead. You're just going to spin your wheels. You're the hamster on the wheel. So sometimes we have to make the hard decisions to say no so we can get a little bit ahead. So it says now, to be clear, it is 100% okay to decide, even on the fly, to eat the cake because you're at a birthday party, or to order a dish that sounds like the best thing ever. I didn't read this before I said all that, I promise. The goal is to make that or any choice intentional and one that you'll enjoy and be satisfied with. Because the alternative, letting outside factors drive your choices, can leave you feeling dissatisfied or disappointed. No matter what you end up doing or eating, just the act of stopping to notice why you might be reaching for a certain food is a win. And even small wins can help fuel this journey. Make it intentional. Make it your choice and not someone else's. Make it your intentional choice and not your emotions. Do not make it an emotional choice. We need to remove the emotion from food. It is not easy. That's right back to stress eating and things like that. We put so much emotion in our food. We need to remove that emotion. And we need to make the intentional choice. Sometime the intentional choice is going to be to have the popcorn at the movies, to have the birthday cake, to have the decadent meal that you only get once or twice a year. And that's okay. Have it, track it, enjoy it, move on. Move on from it. Don't do it over and over and over. We got this. It's not easy. It's a head game, but we've got it. We can do this. So that was our weight loss topic for today, my weigh-in for today and all that good stuff. I hope this helped you a little bit. If it did help you, please feel free to share it with anyone that may need to hear it. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, leave me a comment, give me a like, all the good stuff that I need you to do to help my channel out here on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. I will put some videos right here, and I will see you all in my next video. I know I haven't been on a whole lot, but with Adam home, we're just trying to enjoy every minute until he goes back next week. But I will definitely be back on Friday for a menu plan. And Costco haul? Did I do it? No, I don't have anything this week. Nope. Probably just a menu plan. And then, of course, a weekend vlog. We have a busy weekend, and I will try to vlog it for you. So thanks again for watching. Check out those videos, and I will see you all very soon.